You are now entering Cinema Chop Shop. Enjoy your day.
Hey, David Wong, tutti fucking fruity.
People that waited in line just to share this experience of Venom, Candyman, Night of the Living Dead, The Rock, Final Destination. But I want you to know you are now entering the
Cinema
Chop Shop with a top and the pop. Boom, boom, bop.
The Cinema Chop Shop.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? We are live. How are you guys doing today? Go ahead and tap in. We're back at it again with another live stream. Del Boy was supposed to join me, but that motherfucker asleep. So it's all right. I'm out here by myself. We still gonna have fun though. So make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. We're gonna wait for you guys to go on and pile in. Also, big RIP to Donald Sutherland, a legend. We'll talk about that briefly. How we feeling today? How we feeling? Go ahead and tap in the chats. So we got a little bit of movie news to cover today. I got a couple of things that I want to go ahead and address. What's up, Renamon? Usual suspect. How you doing today, sir? What's going on, Renamon? What's on your mind? How you feeling, man? Go ahead, chat me something fun. So yeah, while I'm waiting for people to see if people pile in, I want to start off by saying rest in peace, Donald Sutherland. The movies that I'm most familiar with Donald Sutherland being in is Hunger Games, and then also he was in what's that other movie? Oh, A Time to Kill, which is based off of a book. Those are the two things that I'm most familiar with him at: Hunger Games and A Time to Kill. I was under the impression that he played a sorcerer or a wizard in a damn movie, but I guess I was wrong. But rest in peace to Donald Sutherland, amazing actor. You will be missed. How are you guys feeling today? What's going on in the chat? Name a Donald Sutherland movie that you guys are familiar with or you guys like. Go ahead and tap in and tell me if you're even familiar with his work. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and talk about a little bit of everything. Hello, Miss T. Miss T is in the house. Go ahead and show that chat real quick. Miss T is in the house. We also got Mr. Renamon in the house. Usual suspect, you know what I mean? But yeah, so what we doing today? Let's go ahead and just get to the nitty-gritty. All right. So again, big RIP to Donald Sutherland. We heard the news that he passed away today. Don't want to sit too long on that subject because it's very disheartening. You get what I'm saying? But again, like I said, I'm more familiar with his work with Hunger Games, you know, all that. That and you know, A Time to Kill with Samuel L. Jackson. And damn, who else is in that movie? There's a couple of people, but Time to Kill is based off of a book, really, really good book. If you guys have not read the book, I would definitely recommend doing that. But let's go ahead and talk about it. So, Mike Flanagan, I'm not 100%. I don't really watch his work. I know that he did what is it, Hell House, right? Mike Flanagan, he did Hell House, and I know that's a huge hit, very successful show. I think it spawned a couple of movies and everything like that. But Mike Flanagan has been given the reins to The Exorcist. Now, again, I've been really, really critical of this. I've said this many times. Like, what's the point of doing The Exorcist if Green is still going to have writing control of the movie, right? But luckily, we found out that Mike Flanagan was taken over as a director, and not only was he taken over as the director, but he was also taken over as a writer. And not only if he was taken over as the writer, but we also found out that he was going to reboot the shit like all over again. Like this movie has absolutely nothing to do with Exorcist Believer at all. This is something completely different. He's starting from scratch and he's doing it his way. And I believe Mike Flanagan, if I'm not mistaken, he did the sequel to freaking The Shining, which I can't remember the name of off the top of my head, but he did the sequel to that, and that was actually pretty damn good. I really enjoyed that a lot. But with that being said, how do I feel about Mike Flanagan getting this? I think it's a cool opportunity. I think that if it was left in David Gordon Green's hand, Exorcist would be shit. And the last movie wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great either. So it didn't feel like an Exorcist movie. It just felt like a movie about an exorcism, and it just so happened to have Exorcist cast members placed into it. So let me throw a couple of chats up on the screen. So Miss T says, RP to Donald Sutherland, famous for MASH 2. That's very, very true. Renamon popped in and says, RP Donald Sutherland, he was in Horrible Bosses. Okay, that's where I'm familiar with him from. That's where I know him from. I knew I've seen him I was like, it's a movie that I've seen and I'm really familiar with, that I've seen him in. And I know it was Hunger Games. I know that's one of them, but I feel like I've seen him somewhere else. But yeah, Horrible Bosses, that's it. That's the one. But back to Mike Flanagan. So Mike Flanagan is taking over for The Exorcist. Dr. Sleep, that's what it is. Thank you, Renamon. Popped it up on the screen. Boom, Dr. Sleep is the sequel to The Shining. There you go. So I believe he did Dr. Sleep. But anyway, to the point. I like Dr. Sleep, by the way. I thought it was really well done. I thought it was a really cool continuation of The Exorcist. I believe it's a book. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it is a book. And I thought that it was a really cool adaptation. I know that people that read the book also like that adaptation as well. But Mike Flanagan isn't done. Word around the campfire is that he wants his hands on another famous horror franchise. And what can that franchise be? None of them Nightmare on Elm Street. So recently on Twitter, now renamed X, Mike Flanagan put Freddy/Flanagan or Freddy X Flanagan on the screen, right? And that made people go into kind of like a frenzy, and they're like, damn, but what if, what if he actually takes over, right? What about it? Because everybody's been talking about a Nightmare on Elm Street remake. People have been saying that we're past due. We've been needing one for a cool amount of time already. And I think that this will be a hell of a good time to do it. I think that Mike Flanagan, especially if The Exorcist does really good, if The Exorcist does good, then give him the keys immediately. You get what I'm saying? I think that if The Exorcist goes well, we can definitely see a Nightmare on Elm Street. We could definitely see Nightmare on Elm Street coming our way. Produced by, written by, and directed by Mike Flanagan. And I wouldn't have a damn problem with that, to be honest with you, because again, where are we at right now with Freddy? We have absolutely nothing going on with Freddy whatsoever. Nothing, nada, zilch. So Mike Flanagan coming in and saying that he's interested in doing a Nightmare on Elm Street, hell, I'm all on board, especially if we get practical effects. Now, I know the last Nightmare on Elm Street got wrecked, mostly because of the makeup design and the fact that the makeup had things that were filled in with practical effects and not practical CGI. And a lot of people didn't like the way that it looked. Again, I had other problems with the movie outside of the makeup design, outside of the CGI. I feel that my man Rorschach, I forgot his name off the top of my head, he plays Freddy in the movie. I felt like he wasn't given a fair shot to actually show off his acting prowess. Dude is a great actor. He's a great freaking actor. And I feel like that movie, the fact that he didn't do well in that movie, it kind of screwed up him in Hollywood. I haven't really, Jackie Early, I have not seen anything. I have not seen him in anything since that damn movie. That was like the last biggest movie that I think he did. And it sucks because Jackie Early is a fantastic actor. He has the little small size of Freddy, and I felt like he could have been a really good Freddy, but it just, I don't know. I felt like he wasn't given a fair shot. I thought he did good as Freddy. That's a given. I felt like the story should have kept going the way that it was going. I've said this numerous times on the channel. If they would have kept the boat going towards the fact that he was innocent, right? Freddy was innocent. And basically he was given this second chance to come back and to avenge himself from the kids that, or the families that falsely killed him, accusing him of doing things. That makes more sense to me versus a man that basically did the things that they said that he did and killed him rightfully so. And for some reason, he was given powers to come back and seek the vengeance on those people. I felt like that was a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like that could have been done a little bit better. But hey, I mean, that's the original Nightmare on Elm Street, you know? But I feel like we could have definitely just had something different. You know what I'm saying? How are you guys feeling about Mike Flanagan possibly doing Nightmare on Elm Street? He already has his hands on, for sure. He has his hands on The Exorcist. It's given to him. The keys are in his hand. Nobody's taking it back unless he drops it, right? How do we feel about him wanting to do Nightmare on Elm Street? Renamon tapped in and said Donald Sutherland was also in American Haunting. Was it just American Haunting, or was it American Haunting in Connecticut? There's a whole lot or he was just in the movie that the American Haunting. I remember seeing that movie a while ago. That was actually a pretty damn good movie, but I haven't seen it since. But I remember that being a good movie, by the way. I remember American Haunting being really good. How are we feeling about Mike Flanagan doing The Exorcist and also possibly even doing Nightmare on Elm Street if everything goes well? How are we feeling about that? Let me know in the comment sections down below. How we feeling about it? Again, I don't have a problem with it. We're past due of a Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I feel like we can have another one. Not really too against it, like a lot of other people. A lot of people feel like the only person that could really do it is Robert Englund. But the fact of the matter is that Robert Englund's up there in age. He doesn't want to do that stuff anymore. He wants to kind of like, if he does do acting, he's really selective about it. He also doesn't want to put on that damn makeup no more, from what I hear. He's down to do a cameo, but at the same time, he doesn't want to commit to Freddy. He's ready to pass the glove on, you know? And I think we need to accept that. We need to accept it. Miss T says, let's give him a chance. I liked watching Oculus and Hush. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Hush was amazing. Hush was freaking amazing. Renamon tapped in and said it could be good. Hey, it could be good. I think it is I think it will be I guarantee that it will be 1 billion times better than whatever David Gordon Green already had in his satchel. Whatever David Gordon Green already had in his lap bag, I guarantee that this was 1 billion times better than that. Whatever freaking Flanagan comes up with, because the direction that David Gordon Green's Exorcist was going, that shit was going to go straight downhill. I mean, it's just like his Nightmare on Elm Street. It's just like his freaking Halloween series. His Halloween series went super downhill. That first movie to me was really well done. It was good. I liked it. You know, there's a lot of people that didn't like it, but me personally, I thought it was done pretty well. And the next Halloween movie, Halloween Kills, fucking horrible movie. I mean, the dialogue in the movie, the acting in the movie, the only thing that was good in the movie was Michael killing people. And I mean, that's great, but at the same time, you got to make everything else worthwhile. That movie didn't feel worthwhile. You honestly root for the people to die in that movie. And then we follow it up with the last Halloween Ends, which basically feels like Michael Myers took a backseat in his own damn movie, because this is a trilogy that's supposed to be, this is the end of the feud between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. This is a done deal, done data, finito. This is over, right? And we didn't get that. We kind of had like this whole shoehorn thing. And I think that it would have been all right if we would have continued. All right, look. A lot of people don't like Corey. I thought the idea of Corey was a cool idea, because this whole idea that evil doesn't die, it just changes shapes. And then you play with the idea of the shape. I thought that was really cool, right? So Michael Myers passing that evil on to Corey was cool. I thought the idea was cool. I really think that Michael Myers should have been dead. And the Myers that we see wasn't really Myers. It was just like a phantom or a figment of imagination or a representation of that evil. And it would have just been symbolic of passing the torch on to the new person to carry that evil. I thought that would have made more sense than what we actually got. Because, I mean, come on, dude. You have Michael Myers wrecking people, beating a whole freaking firefighter crew, and then all of a sudden he gets punked by Corey for his mask. I thought that was pretty lame. You get what I'm saying? Again, it could have been done a lot better, but hey, it wasn't. So hey, It is what it is. We get what we get. You know what I'm saying? How you guys feeling about not Sutherland, Mike Flanagan taking over from possibly Nightmare on Elm Street? You know, are we digging it? We okay with it? Any Megan fans in the building? Any fans of Megan? Any fans of Blumhouse in the building? I got some news for you. Oh boy, I got some news for you. Any fans of Megan in the house? Any fans of Blumhouse in the house? Go ahead and raise your hand, hit a little heart button, do something, thumbs up, whatever damn reactions there, hundreds, whatever. Go ahead and hit me with some reactions right now. You know what I mean? I got some Blumhouse news for you. So apparently Blumhouse is planning on expanding the universe to Megan, right? Oh yeah, by the way, with Mike Flanagan's Exorcist is also scheduled to release in 2026. Forgot to throw that in there, but yeah, that's coming up. It's going to come up pretty soon. But if you guys are fans of Blumhouse, then you will be excited to hear that Megan has an expanded universe. Apparently, I know we're getting Megan too, but there's another movie that's coming out called Soulmate. Now, the crazy thing about soulmate is the word mate is spelled with an actual 8, kind of like Megan, with the E was spelled with a 3. All right, so this movie, let me tell you a little bit about it. It's about some guy that lost somebody. Okay, in Soulmate, a man inquires an artificial intelligent android to cope with the loss of his recently deceased wife. In an attempt to create a truly sentient partner, he inadvertently turns a harmless love bot into a deadly soulmate. So, I mean, personally, I think that this is a fucking terrible idea. I think that it is a terrible freaking idea because it's too much like Megan, right? It's way too much like Megan. The idea, the concept, all is basically Megan for adults, right? Now, I don't know if you guys have seen Joaquin Phoenix's movie Her, but that is a movie about the same kind of concept, same idea, same thought process in that damn movie. But I guarantee you it's a billion times better than that. Her is a freaking fantastic movie. If you have not seen Her, it's really diving deep into the psychology of people that are tied to like artificial intelligence, tied to like their phones and technologies and become dependent on it. And it shows what the direction that humanity is going on because we're so attached to this. You get what I'm saying? And I thought it was fantastically done. Now, this movie by Blumhouse, Soulmate, apparently is going to also try to dig deep into that concept. I mean, I personally think it sounds way too close to Megan to be good. I don't think this is going to be good. And it's crazy because Blumhouse had that merger with freaking Atomic Monster. And I'm thinking, well, shit, because Blumhouse had this freaking merger with Atomic Monster, maybe this is actually going to turn out to be something good. You get what I'm saying? And nope. What do we get? We get Soulmate. We get a fucking Soulmate movie, dog. That sounds like a terrible freaking idea. And somebody needs to go to Jason Blum and get that man a wedgie because that shit sounds stupid. That shit sounds atrocious. If you guys are in the chat right now, do me a favor, go ahead and like this damn video. Come on, at least give me the thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here late at night grinding, giving out content for you guys. But what do you guys think of this idea of Soulmate? Basically Megan, but with adults, and instead of the doll for the little girl, it's a robot trying to console a man that previously lost his wife. And I guarantee you this man is going to end up being sexually attracted to this robot, and he's going to have a personal connection to it. I think it's a dumbass idea. You know what I'm saying? I think it's stupid. But hey, what do you guys think? What are we thinking in the chat? Oh, what's up, Sean Franklin? What's going on, man? Did you hear what I just said about freaking Soulmate, the expansion of Megan? If not, I can say it again real quick. Let me know if you heard it or not. But we getting a freaking Megan expansion. It sounds freaking terrible, dude. Sounds freaking horrible. Let's see. Are you guys familiar with anybody watch the Twisted Metal? Anybody watch Twisted Metal? Twisted Metal season 2 is adding Anthony Carrigan as Calypso. Renamon says Soulmate might be good. I gotta see a trailer, but Blumhouse has been missing. Blumhouse has been officially missing. They have not had a really good product in a long time. And honestly, I really thought that they were on to something. You know, I thought they kind of hit their stride, but nope, they didn't hit their stride. I'm questioning Soulmate is way too similar to Megan, and it's going to be in the same universe. You're going to have two movies in the same universe that are too alike. I think it's crazy. It's like having is in a way is like having Friday the 13th and Halloween in the same universe. Like I think they're too alike to live in the same universe. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing about it is that the only good thing about it is that Jason and Michael Myers are super iconic. I don't know what the fuck this robot in Soulmate is going to be. Sounds kind of crazy, but we will see. We will see. Renamon says, why wasn't Calypso in season 1? Calypso was in season 1. He had a brief cameo when he went to that one little warehouse and he picked something up. Calypso was the one at the warehouse. He was in there, but he wasn't really in there. And then they talk about him at the end, and I think they show him like as a quick like montage or something because they're talking about the Twisted Metal tournament is going to happen in season 2. You know, look, the season 1 was all right. I kind of had gripes with it. It was too comedic. It wasn't really funny. The addition of Calypso isn't make or break, but I ain't gonna lie, dude. Anthony freaking Kerrigan looks like Calypso, dude. He really does kind of give out that Calypso vibe. They need to, honestly, they got to give him some practical makeup. You got to give him the practical makeup. You got to make his face look a little weird. You got to make him look like that hunchback dude from freaking 300. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. He got to look like the hunchback dude, minus the hunchback, obviously, but he has to look like the hunchback dude from 300. Gotta look like him. What's going on, guys? Don't forget, you guys to throw out some freaking questions if you want to. Throw out some questions for your boy. Trying to look and see if there's any other interesting news that should be breaking. But yeah, I mean, Calypso should be in season 2. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a slippery slope per se. Any questions in the chat? Yeah, has anybody watched the movie I Saw the TV Glow? I've been trying to watch this shit for like actually, I heard that the Nosferatu trailer leaked online. I have not been able to find that shit though. Has anybody seen the Nosferatu trailer? I've been hearing all about it, and I'm mad because last year, when was it? I don't even remember when it was. It was last year, mid like maybe like third quarter last year. I had a screener to see Nosferatu, and I passed. I couldn't go because I was in school at the time, so I couldn't miss my class because I was in a program. I just couldn't miss it. And yeah. Nosferatu trailer leaked online. I have not seen it yet. Right here, I just seen an article talking about how Nosferatu, the trailer is going to be exclusively at movie theaters for people to go watch, but apparently it's leaked online. It's out there somewhere. It's out there in the internet. You already know when it's out there in the internet, it's a wrap. You're going to find it on Twitter. You're going to find it on Reddit. You're going to find it somewhere. Did any of you guys see the Smile 2 trailer that was released this week? Anybody see the Smile 2 trailer that was released this week? I want to talk briefly about that. Remember, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer them. It could be any question about anything movie related. But damn, dude. So I saw the Smile 2 trailer, and honestly, you do realize that the only reason we're getting Smile 2 is because Smile 1 did great. If Smile 1 didn't do great, we wouldn't even be having this conversation about a Smile 2. But here we are. We have Smile 2. I didn't think the first one was good enough to the point where we should be having a sequel, but here we are with a sequel. And the sequel it seems like it has us following this rock star, this pop star, and she's I don't know, she ends up coming into contact with the curse. And now she's trying to figure out whether the curse is real or not, and she's trying to figure out how to shake it. I mean, it looks decent, don't get me wrong. It looks pretty good. But at the same time, I wasn't a real fan of the first one. But we could be having one of those situations where the second movie is better than the first movie. You get what I'm saying? But who knows? Renamon tapped in. It says, yep, Smile 2 might be better than the first one. Could be. You know what I mean? Like this could be one of those situations where the second film is better than the first one. But personally, yeah, I don't know, man. Smile 1 wasn't all that great. I mean, the idea wasn't even all that great. I think it was just creepy. It had really great advertising. They had a really great marketing strategy. You had the people in the crowd smiling and shit. It had a really great trailer, you know, and even though the trailer gave away all the cool shit, yeah. So it's a possibility that Smile is going to be really good, but then there's a possibility that it's going to suck because I didn't really think the first one was that great. So Smile 2, it's on the way, but at the same time, I mean, it's Smile. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't anything special in my opinion. Smile wasn't anything special. Any questions in the chat, go ahead and drop them. Make sure to hit that like button while you in here, man. Help your boy out. It helps out with the algorithm. You know what I mean? Let's see. Anybody in the chat that's not tapping in? There's a couple of you folks in here. Don't be shy. You know what I mean? Don't be shy. Don't be hating. Abigail going to Blu-ray. Hey, did any of you guys watch Abigail? I thought Abigail was actually a pretty good movie. And I met Melissa Barrera at a convention. And I told her that I actually enjoyed Abigail. And I told her, do you think it will get a sequel? In the back of my head, I already knew the answer because it financially didn't do good. Abigail was a financial, you know what I'm saying? Didn't do too good. And because of that, I already knew it wasn't going to get a sequel, but I just wanted to see what she was going to say. And Melissa Barrera was like, yeah, it's not going to get a sequel because it didn't do well. Nobody went to go see it. And you know what? This is becoming a trend. You know, I mean, there's a lot of movies that come out and don't get the support from the people, and then they can't make a sequel to it. But at the same time, this is where the horror community shoots itself in the foot because it makes one movie with the intent of already making a sequel. I think you should put all your energy into making that first movie good, and you won't have to worry about, yeah, we had plans for a sequel, but it didn't come in a fruition because the first one wasn't good enough, or the first one wasn't well received, or nobody enjoyed the first one. You know what I'm saying? So in order not to do that, just make the first movie good, and you kind of won't have to do that later. You know what I'm saying? Also, Jordan Peele's movie got pushed up, so it is now coming Halloween 2026. Jordan Peele's fourth movie is being released in Halloween 2026. I wonder what kind of movie it's going to be. If it's going to be in Halloween, I have a strange feeling that it might be horror. Maybe he'll go back to the horror roots. I know a lot of people weren't too happy that Nope was more sci-fi than anything. I personally didn't have a problem with that. I like a more grounded Jordan Peele. I like a Jordan Peele movie that really feels like he's more focused on telling a story than, focusing on boring ass characters. And, he casted really great actors and actresses in the movie. So I feel like that kind of helped the movie move along. I feel like with us, Lupita nailed it. She killed it. But you have the kids who are amateur actors, didn't do that well. You have M'Baku, who might be a good actor, but the problem is he just wasn't good in that movie. He had a horribly written character. Horribly written character. They Follow. Is that the sequel? Oh yeah, I've heard about this. It Follows is getting a sequel. Yep. So It Follows is getting a sequel. Did any of you guys knew that It Follows was getting a sequel? It Follows is getting a freaking sequel after years and years and years for the first one. Shit. Didn't know that that's crazy. So It Follows is getting a sequel. Is there anything the one followed by Unknown Supernatural Force? There's no real information on it other than the name. Did any of you guys like It Follows? I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. It's been a while though since I've seen it, so I kind of don't remember. I remember the premises of the movie, but I don't really remember anything outside of that. You guys aren't chatty tonight. What's going on, man? Why are we so quiet tonight? What's going on? Kind of quiet tonight. What's going on, Renamon? I ain't heard you say much tonight. What's going on? Sean, I know you in there somewhere. What's going on, man? How you feeling? Why are we so quiet tonight? If you guys are collectors and you like the movie You're Next is getting a 4K exclusive box set from Second Sight. If you guys aren't familiar with Second Sight, Second Sight makes some fantastic box sets. It always comes with really cool like things like card stock photos and things like that. It comes with usually comes with like a book, and the book usually has really cool set photos, sketches, things like that. Second Sight is dropping a Your Next. I think that's a super underrated horror movie. And then guess what? I actually talked to the main girl that was in Your Next, and she told me what the sequel was supposed to be. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys are, or in a live chat. Let me know if you guys are interested in hearing that. Let me know if you're interested in hearing this the sequel or the proposed sequel to Your Next. Let me know, because she told me the whole thing, and I was really surprised by what the fuck she told me. Renamon says A Quiet Place is getting a console game. Oh yeah, you mentioned this to me. Quiet Place is getting a console game. Now, I still have not watched the trailer for that, Renamon. Sorry about that. But I mean, I'm intrigued. It sounds like it could be good, but at the same, what is it going to be? I feel like you have to play it like Metal Gear. Be very sneaky, try not to set things off. There has to be some sort of warning system embedded into the game to let you know if you're being too noisy or not. You get what I'm saying? I feel like there's ways about it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. Quiet Place console game sounds a little. Dragon movie guy. I haven't seen you in ages, my friend. How you been? Sad to see Dollar Sutherland had liked his work, still loved him in A Time to Kill an Outbreak. Oh yeah, he was an Outbreak, huh? Dragon movie guy. What's going on, brother? I haven't seen you in a while. I remember last time we hung out, we made a video and all that good stuff. How you been? How you been, man? How can Your Next get a sequel? Thank you, Renamon. You've asked the question. All right, so Your Next. All right, so I was talking to the final girl from Your Next at a convention, and she was telling me that the proposed idea was that her, at the end of the movie, like she kills all the freaking wolf people or whatever the case may be. And the idea was that the police come and they arrest her. And apparently it would have went into like this whole jailbreak sequence. Like one of the people survived and then they track her down. And then it becomes this whole thing about not only her running from the animal dude, but now it's her running from the police as well. So I thought that was a really stupid idea, and she thought it was a really dumbass idea as well. So yeah, that was the proposed sales pitch of Your Next too, because it completely took away the whole concept of Your Next. The whole idea of Your Next is like you're being haunted by these killers, and the idea that she's being still hunted or stalked by this one killer, but now she's being hunted and stalked or by the police department, the sheriff's department, or whoever it is that freaking trying to arrest her. I thought that was a really corny idea. So that was the pitched idea for Your Next Part 2. I think it sounded terrible. What do you guys think? Does that sound like a terrible sequel to Your Next? Because I think it sounds freaking terrible. I think it sounds terrible. Ooh, Dragon movie guy. I'm good. Got a job on an entertainment TV show here in Vegas. So YouTube took a back seat for a while, but I'm back. Would love to do another collab with you. Eager to see the Bike Riders. I've heard about that. The Bike Riders. I have definitely. Dragon movie guy, you like a lot of like low-key indie movies. Have you seen I Saw the TV Glow? I need to know if it's any good because I really want to watch that. I Saw the TV Glow. But I've heard about the Bike Riders. Have not watched the trailer yet, but I've actually heard nothing but good things about that. Heard nothing but good things about that. I think I even had an opportunity to see a freaking trailer. Not a trailer, a screener to that. And I don't know, just the idea. I was just like, meh, the Bike Riders, like, what is that? So the title kind of like took me out. I remember you telling me about you getting the gig, and congratulations about being on that TV show. That's dope as hell that you get to be a part of that stuff, man. I would love to be a part of freaking film, dude. Haven't seen I Saw the TV Glow yet. Not many people are talking about it. Hasn't been getting much buzz. Yeah, I know, but sometimes you have those under the radar movies where you see a movie and it's actually pretty damn good, and then it just feels like nobody's talking about it, and you're like, damn, dude, like, why is nobody talking about this damn movie? It's actually pretty freaking good. And I feel like maybe that could be one of them, but who knows? Who freaking knows? Could be terrible. It could be horrible. Could be horrendous. But I'm planning on watching it just because just the idea, like that freaking poster catches me every time I see it. The poster looks fantastic. I haven't even read anything about. I don't even know what the fuck it's about. I just want to see it based off of like vibe alone. You play as a person. Oh my god, dude. Did you really just say this? You play as a person with asthma, not sure if the game where the creatures can hear you talk. What the fuck? You play as a person with asthma. Dang, dude. You know what's funny? People with asthma get used so much. Get used so much in movies. It's such a freaking cliche. Such a freaking cliche. The asthma thing's overdone. And the fact that they put that into a game is crazy. Like you just go like you can't run too fast or run too far because you're gonna start wheezing. Like you just like you run, you're like, oh snap, the creature's coming. You know, it's crazy. But the fact that so I wonder if you have to keep your mic on. If you said that it might interact with you, can hear you talk. So if you what does that mean you have to keep your mic on during the whole game? That'll be kind of crazy. If in order to play, you have to keep the mic on. That'll be wild. I agree with you. So many good indie movies come and go without much attention. That's the part of the reason why I love doing my channel, to bring some attention to these indie movies. Yeah, Dragon Movie Guy. That's the indie movie guy right there. You know, if you guys like, he's very, very informative. Dragon Movie Guy knows a little bit about every freaking thing. Dude's like a freaking encyclopedia of movies and shit. If you guys like that type of stuff, I would definitely recommend going to Dragon Movie Guy's channel. Hit that subscribe button. And my man is seriously, he is really big on quality, has a really great setup. Quality is always top notch. Go ahead and check him out. My man is literally like a freaking movie producer on his YouTube channel. Go check that man out. But yeah, so what else, man? I mean, there ain't been much news coming out yet. Honestly, man, it's been really hard for me to find news because it's just like there's so much shit I just don't care about. You get what I'm saying? Like most of the stuff that people talk about and people complain about and all that shit, like I just don't care. Like I'm over it. I'm super over it. But I will say this though, that movie Kill, the little Indian John Wick movie, that should look crazy. I want to see that movie. That movie looks interesting. And then finally, we found out that Bill Skarsgård is actually coming back to freaking the It TV show. So that's really cool that Bill Skarsgård is going to pop back up for Derry. I thought that was really cool. How do you guys feel about The Boys so far? I know we got like 3 episodes in. How are we feeling about The Boys? I'm gonna tell you guys how I feel about The Boys in a minute. I just want to hear how you guys feel. You know what I mean? How we feeling about The Boys? The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. How we feeling about that damn show? Make sure to like this damn video, y'all. Hit that dang thumb up, man. It ain't gonna hurt you. Just hit the little button. Know what I mean? Hit the button, or don't let the button hit you. How are we feeling about The Boys? Me personally, I feel like The Boys needs to end. I know that The Boys is ending next season, but the next season can't come too faster because this shit is bad. I mean, the writing in the show is freaking terrible. Like, I don't care about none of these characters, right? None of these characters appeal to me. None of these characters talk to me. None of these characters resonate with me. And I really feel like it's nothing more than just shock value. What's up, Aaron? Aaron Mitchell's in the house. What's going on, my boy? Aaron Mitchell, OG, triple OG on the Cinema Chop Shop. Know what I mean? Aaron Mitchell in the house. What's going on, Aaron? But yeah, The Boys, dog, it's nothing good about this damn show, like at all. The first 3 episodes were boring as shit. They were mid. It felt like it was going absolutely nowhere. It feels like we just kind of going in circles right now. The Boys ain't doing shit. And I honestly, like, it was cool last season because the boys got superpowers and shit. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, now you guys can kind of go head to head with the Supes, put you guys on even playing fields. You guys can actually kill somebody, you know, but it's just the same old stuff. We've literally been watching the Butcher try to kill Homelander for freaking 4 seasons already. And he's failed to do so already. It's just, I don't know. I just can't take it anymore. These characters are dry, they're dull, they're boring. And I mean, that show exploits the hell out of male genitalia. This show is ridiculous when it comes to that. I feel like every season got to show you at least 5 wieners. It's guaranteed. It's like in a contract somewhere. It's ridiculous. I can't do this show. I just can't, dude. The writing is terrible. The shock factor is just like the shock factor was cool the first season because you're like, damn, you ain't never seen it. But the fact that once we get to season 4 and you're still doing the same old shit, I mean, I think you might need to like ramp it up. You know what I mean? I think you need to start working on that writing because this head blowing up, people getting their faces punching in and stuff like that, it's only gonna last you so long. That will only take you so far. Outside of that, you're gonna need to figure something out, buddy. Dragon Movie Guy says, I haven't seen The Boys yet. It's on my list, but tons of TV to watch on streaming right now. I gotta ask you, have you seen Eric? Have you seen freaking Eric? Season 4 of The Boys is so cool, but definitely showing that it's ready to end, dude. That show is so done skis in my eyes. Star Wars The Boys Thrones prequel season 2. I've never gotten to Game of Thrones. I know Game of Thrones is like a big thing. It's considered like, you know, the top dogs of TV cinema. I mean, TV series. It's in people's top 5. It's in people's top 10. You know, it gets a lot of praise. I know the last season got a lot of like mixed reviews. A lot of people didn't like it. But I don't know. I just haven't committed myself to actually sitting down and watching Game of Thrones. Is it something that I should do? That's the question. Is it something that I really should do? Again, he's the Game of Thrones. Yeah, I know that. The Boys, I've committed to watching it. Good Lord. Star Wars, I feel like I should be watching Ahsoka. I've been really urging myself, like, I kind of want to see what Ahsoka's about. I've been hearing people kind of like, yeah, I've been hearing mixed reviews on that. But at the same time, I'm more of a type of person that, like, I rather just grade it for myself. I rather take it for what I want to see it as. You know what I'm saying? Because people bitching and complaining about everything. They get mad about every single thing. They hate every single thing. And I can't take people's words for it because a lot of these people are just shills. You know what I'm saying? Like, people really just are looking to get views off of hating on shit. And I don't want to be that person. You know, if I, and that's the thing about it. I can sincerely hate something. And I'm gonna come on YouTube and I'm like, damn, like I don't even want to go hard on it because I don't want to be sound like these other motherfuckers, you know? And let me just tell you, if I sincerely hate something, I've got good reasons to hate it. I will never be like these people on YouTube that hate something and they just be like, oh, I hate it because the next man hate it, or I hate it because this person hate it, or I hate it because that person hates it, or because it's the cool shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that person. I never want to be that person. So if you see me hate something, like if you see the word rant in the title, oh, be prepared, because what you actually hear me say, I'm about to point out every single reason why that show or that movie was garbage. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to be reaching. I'm not going to be like making up shit like the rest of these YouTubers. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, because the rest of these YouTubers be bullshitting. They just do what everybody else is doing because they want them views, because they want the freaking subscribers, because they want the likes, and they just going with the flow of time. Right now, hating on shit is just like it's the thing to do. So that's what everybody is doing. It's weak. Let's see. We got, he said Ahsoka was limp, seriously limp. Rosario Dawson performance wasted in the show with no good writing. Space whales. Oh shit, space whales. That sounds terrible. And it's crazy because Rosario Dawson was like the person to play Ahsoka. Like, that was pushed hard for her to play Ahsoka. And then when it finally happened, like, I was actually surprised to hear that people hated the shit out of that series. It's wild. But damn, I don't know what space whales mean, but you kind of got me scared. I'm kind of fearing for my life now. I need to find a new horror or thriller movie to watch. Damn, what can I say? New. You mean like new as in it has to be new, or is new to you? Because I could point to some good shit. Now, if you've never seen Old Boy, the Korean movie, I would say watch that. If you haven't seen I Saw the Devil, I would say watch that. First Love is an amazing Korean movie as well, too. If you have not seen Memoirs of a Murderer, that's an amazing movie. If you have not seen Nightingale, that is an amazing movie. If you have not seen freaking Piranhas, which is an Italian movie, that movie's freaking amazing. If you have not seen This Is Not Berlin, which is a movie from Mexico, that's an amazing movie. If you've not seen Amores Perros, that is an amazing movie. That's from Mexico. If you have not seen Tigers Are Not Afraid, that is a movie from Mexico. Amazing movie. I can go on all day. Like, I got some ones for you. Those ain't horror movies though. Those are just great movies in general. Some of them are horror movies. Some of them are. Have you seen freaking what's that movie? He's in my freaking outro. What's the name of The Wailing, the Korean movie, The Wailing. Have you seen that? Renamon, have you seen The Wailing, the Korean movie? I guarantee you, it's a long ass movie, but it's an amazing freaking movie. Amazing movie, top notch. That movie, that's a thriller horror movie for you right there. That's a horror movie for you right there. Let's see. Newish horror flick must see, The Black Phone from 2021, but brilliant thriller. All right, look, I got one better than that. I saw The Devil. No. Interview with the Devil. No. Interview with Late Night with the Devil is an amazing movie. That's a new horror movie. Late Night with the Devil, must see. If you have not seen Where Evil Lurks, definitely must see. That is a must-see horror movie. If you have not seen The Matinee, which is an Italian slasher movie, that's a dope movie. If you have not seen A Babysitter Killer, that's a fun movie. Abigail was fun as well, too. It's not great, but it's fun. Let's see, what else do we got? If you got Totally Killer, fun-ass movie. That was fun. That's on Amazon, I believe. Yeah, I mean, that's just a couple of things out there. But trust me, man, like there's so much good shit out there. You just gotta find it. My advice, dude, if you're tired of like scratching and looking for shit, just go to other countries. Start looking in other countries. That's where I find all the good shit. I find so much, like, dude, The Invisible Guest from Spain is an amazing movie. Damn, what's the name of the movie? It's like Donnie Darko meets freaking The Butterfly Effect. Mirage, amazing freaking movie. Is it The Ambulance? What was it called? This dude is in every freaking movie too. The Bar's amazing. That movie's a comedy though. It's like a horror comedy or something like that. Horror comedy thriller type shit. That's pretty cool. The Bar, that's a Spain movie. Shit. The Body, also known as El Cuerpo, that's a good movie as well too. That's a crime movie. It's so much good shit, dog. The Paramedic, there you go. Thank you, Miss T. Paramedic. I might see Veronica's actually pretty good. Veronica's actually really good. I liked it, and then apparently Veronica's getting a sequel of some sort. Allegedly, Veronica's getting a sequel. Let's see. Late Night's been getting a lot of good word of mouth about David Dumashian's performance. Yeah, dude, he does a really good job. That little girl kills that shit too. I like the idea that the movie itself is just it feels like it's true to the era. Late Night with the Devil was amazing. I thought it was amazing. It's my favorite horror movie of this year so far. Miss T said The Platform, amazing movie, which reminds me. Since that's your favorite movie. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it now. Where you at, homie? I think it's this one.
Obvio.
Obvio. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? That shit. The Platform is an amazing movie. That one's fun. That one's on Netflix. It's also getting a sequel as well, too. Platform's amazing. Amazing, brother. Let's see what else. I mean, I'm trying to think of some good shit that came out. See, the thing about horror is it's like it's kind of if you haven't seen Dark Harvest is a good one as well too. Dark Harvest was solid. About Sawtooth Jack. Gary Tunnicliffe did the makeup design for that, and I've actually met Gary Tunnicliffe. He actually was director of, I think it was Hellraiser Judgment Day or Judgment, one of the last ones, and he plays also the what the fuck is his name? It's gonna bug me. He plays the auditor in the movie, and I mean the auditor is a fantastic Cenobite, and Gary was really, really cool. Gary's a dope ass person. Miss T also said The Occupant is a great Spanish film. Love that movie, by the way. Let's see. Miss T also said Psycho Gorman. Psycho Gorman is fucking hilarious. And then also, if you haven't seen Uncle Peckerhead, watch Uncle Peckerhead. Funny as shit. Aaron tapped in and said The Platform was great. The Platform was amazing. The Platform was freaking amazing. And it's getting a sequel. Aaron Mitchell also tapped in and said The Menu was fire. You know what? I'm kind of, I wouldn't. I'm kind of like with The Menu, right? I liked it. but there was just certain parts where I'm just like, meh. And it's funny because when I watch the show The Bear reminds me of The Menu. It's crazy. That shit reminds me of The Menu every time I watch it. But yeah, dude, yeah, it's so many good movies out there. You just gotta like fuck around and find out, and Tubi, dude. Tubi will be your best friend. Fuck around with Tubi, dude. Tubi, you'll find some old shit, some new shit. You'll find some good shit. Just I say Tubi is your best friend, especially if you're not trying to like pay for like any subscriptions. Tubi definitely has some good ones. I think Crackle was free too. I'm not sure if it's still free, but last time I checked, Crackle was free. Crackle has a lot of like at one point Crackle had every freaking Friday the 13th movie on it, I swear. I don't know if they still got it, but at one point they had every Friday the 13th movie. All of them. But yeah. What's going on, people? How y'all doing tonight? I just want to just sit here and chat with y'all. Y'all got any questions for your boy? Just ask me any question, any movie question, whatever. I got some really good ideas for videos to cook up, but I want to make videos out of them. I don't want to make them topics for the live. You know what I mean? So the menu was just meh. So Dragon Man tapped in. Dragon Man tapped in and says the menu was a meh, which is meh, wasted potential of a great premise. You're right about the bear. Ayo. Eddie Barrow, true breakout star along on Lip Show. Oh yeah, dude. Dude's been really good. And in another movie that he's in, isn't he in Iron Claw, the movie about the wrestler? I really, really, really want to watch that. I've been wanting to watch that shit. I've been lagging it. I've been definitely telling myself I want to watch movies and haven't got around to doing it. Missy, I would really like to see some new good movie recommendations from Shudder. So Shudder, it's crazy because we just watched freaking Late Night with the Devil. That's a Shudder movie. It just came out in movie theaters first. So Late Night with the Devil is on Shudder right now. Also the movie we just saw, what was the damn movie name? In a Violent Nature. In a Violent Nature is also going to Shudder. Or yeah, it's going to Shudder soon. We also have the hell is that name of the movie? I believe Where Evil Lurks is on Shudder. And then also, whoa. There's another one somewhere in there. Somewhere in my brain is there. But yeah, Shudder's been getting a lot of like low-key movies. They've been going to these film festivals, and when they've been, I guess, scoping out these movies, and they've been trying to snag the rights before people get it, like before people get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy because like In a Violent Nature got super hype, and right before that, Shudder announced that they were going to freaking get the rights to it. So it really depends, but Shudder's been on the money with the movies that they've been grabbing. I remember watching the Von Erichs on late night ESPN back in the 80s. I'm familiar with the characters, but haven't seen the flick yet. Jeremy Allen White has good acting chops though. Dude, the Von Erichs, man. Isn't that family like freaking like swarming in tragedy? Like, didn't almost all of them die? Like, that family is cursed, if I'm not mistaken. Check out Blackwater Vampire. I've never heard of that. That sounds interesting. Blackwater Vampire. I need to write that down on my little list. You know what I've been watching though? I've been watching freaking wrestling documentaries, dude. Like shit about. I rewatched. I don't know if you guys are fans of wrestling, but I was watching the match. I watched an interview about the match where New Jack cut that dude on the forehead, and and the dude like was bleeding out on the freaking in the mat. Like he was just basically he was bleeding out, like blood was gushing out of his head or whatever. And I watched a interview about that, and then I was like, yo, like this is a crazy interview. And then I watched Maven talk about it. He was talking to Devon Dudley about it, and then and then like I actually was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go find a match. So you can't find a match on YouTube, but you can find it other places. And I found it. And I watched it. I'm like, dude, this was a gory ass match. The fact that this dude told New Jack, yeah, blade me, that dude New Jack went, yeah, had him squirting. That's crazy. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. I got Rob Van Dam's One of a Kind and Shawn Michaels' The Heartbreak Kid DVDs. You know what? Rob Van Dam is underrated as shit. I think that he don't get enough credit. Uh, RVD was freaking phenomenal when he came to WWE, and it sucks that I don't think he didn't hold on to the title very long, but I'm glad that he actually got a chance to hold the title. It really felt like he was just such a great performer, and it felt like he wasn't getting the love that he deserved. You know what I mean? And it sucks because like when you see somebody like Shawn Michaels, who's a great performer, and less athletic than Rob Van Dam, and Shawn Michaels got hella chances to win belts, and freaking yeah, like and Rob got like what one? That dude New Jack was wild, man. He said Goldust's wife used to eat it. Dude, New Jack was crazy, dude. He used to say some wild shit. I was watching a promo that he did, and I want to take some of the clips from the promo, but dude, he said that Jim Cornette told him, "Hey, you in Arkansas, I want you to piss these white people off." And he went out there saying all kind of crazy shit. And he was talking about, he said something about like, I think he ended the freaking interview with like, good job, OJ, something like that. He like congratulated him. I was like, what the hell? Like, that was a crazy ass promo. That was a super crazy promo, but yeah, it's wild. Let's see, Goldust is white. That's funny. If you like wrestling, check out the Heels with the Green Arrow about small town wrestling events. Even has Steelers linebacker James Harrison as a character. Really? Okay. I mean, I'm more of a like, I like old school wrestling, but then I really like the lore of it. Like it's like I like watching like Undertaker's podcast, and Maven's podcast too, because it kind of like talks to you about like the little things that happen behind the scenes. It's just really cool and like interesting to watch. Like I just thought it was really cool. Like watching Maven answer some of the questions that, like in the back of my head, I've always had questions about it. I never thought too much about it. Like, how do wrestlers like? I've always like, oh, wrestlers probably cut themselves or whatever, right? And yeah, so to find out how they actually like really did it was crazy. Like making a gig or whatever, and actually doing it themselves. I thought that was wild. But yeah, I think Maven and Undertaker have two really good podcasts from wrestlers. I also like when Jim Cornette, he's cool too, but he just talked too damn much. He started going on long-winded ass talking things. And I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. Stone Cold is cool too, but his shit is like through WWE, so all this shit is like sliced up and thrown all around the internet. Like I hate it. But yeah, dude. I would love to see a freaking Undertaker movie. Like, if we get a wrestling movie, I want to see an Undertaker movie. Like, for sure, for sure. And it's funny because I just found out that Undertaker was in freaking that Hulk Hogan movie. What's it called? Like some Universal Commando or Suburban Commando. Freaking Undertaker's in that movie. And on top of that, like his voice sounds like he just swallowed a freaking basket of helium. It sounds ridiculous, but I thought it was funny though. I thought it was hilarious. I haven't watched WWE since 07. I appreciate nowadays how classic wrestlers have podcasts and provide commentary on their careers, especially uncovering the dark truths about. Dude, I was freaking into the dark side of the ring. And at one point in time, dude, when they did the Owen Hart one, man, dude, I was scavenging the internet looking for all kind of different interviews and things like that about Owen Hart, because I remember watching that pay-per-view, right? The homie had illegal cable, so we used to go to his house all the time and watch all the wrestling events. So I'm watching the event, and then I remember it like cut, and then when it came back, it was just like JR's just like, yeah, something horrible happened or whatever the case may be. Owen Hart just fell from the freaking thing from above and fell into the ring. And I remember they showed the ring and they showed Owen in the ring, and you see the turnbuckle was like collapsed or some shit. And there was like blood on the floor, and I was just like, fuck, like, damn, that shit was crazy. Like I remember seeing like the aftermath or whatever, but they obviously didn't show the fall. And there's nobody with footage of the fall. There's nobody with like a picture of the fall or anything like that. And I mean, to me, that's That's good because it's respectful to the family. That's not something that you want circulating the internet because the internet is forever. You get what I'm saying? And again, like that's not something that you want to, because once it goes on the internet, it's going to live on the internet. Somebody going to snip it, somebody going to cut it, somebody going to save it. It's forever. The internet is forever. You will never get rid of this shit. But yeah, so I always thought Dark Side of the Ring was interesting. And then also freaking like the episode about the airplane incident. Like Dark Side of the Ring is crazy. And even like when they talk about how freaking Lex Luger was like, I think they just insinuated bro murdered that chick. Like I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, so you basically telling me I don't know if it was Lex Luger or if it was somebody else, but they was basically insinuating one of these dudes murdered this chick. And I was just like, damn, that's crazy. I think WrestleMania or SummerSlam is coming to Vegas this year. You know what? Look, man, I'm not a huge wrestling fan at all, but I low key, I'm kind of like kicking myself in the foot, like that I didn't go to WrestleMania when it was in LA. I thought I've always wanted to go to WrestleMania. I've always wanted to watch a live wrestling event. But the fact of the matter is, like, now I don't like any of the wrestlers. I don't watch it anymore. I haven't watched it, like Aaron said, like since freaking like I ain't watched it since probably like 05, 02 or something like that. It's been a long ass time since I've seen wrestling. But the fact that I remember one time I just watched a clip and I seen them super kick each other like 15 times. And I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I can't do this. This shit weak. Like it's super weak. It's just like all they doing is super kicking each other. It's wild. But yeah, I can't. This new wrestling, the people have zero mic skills. They suck on the mic. I remember Stone Cold used to get on the mic. When Undertaker started talking, he was on the mic. Shawn Michaels on the mic. Triple H on the mic. They was all really good people on the mic. These people on the mic now, they fucking suck. Like they just can't cut a promo. And I don't know. It reminds me of the Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage days, dude. Them motherfuckers sucked at cutting promos too, but they were coked out of their minds and they used to be talking nonsense. Warriors, you just do this. It's just be talking nonsense. And freaking Macho Man with the little cream of the crop. That shit is hilarious, dude. Aaron tapped in and said, damn, that's crazy. I never seen no wild tragic shit live, but at SummerSlam 05 when Rey Mysterio had the custody ladder match against Eddie Guerrero. I think I remember that. I vaguely remember that fight. I remember that tragic though. Fuck. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it. I didn't see it happen, but I mean, we saw the aftermath of it. Like when we're watching it live, like I remember seeing the aftermath of it. I remember seeing Owen in the ring. I remember seeing him carrying him out on the gurney and shit like that. I remember that, but obviously they're not showing the fall. I remember watching Mankind get thrown off the top of the Hell in a Cell. That shit was. I thought Mankind was dead, bro. I thought the Shawn Michaels shit was wild when he was hanging and Undertaker stepped on his foot and he kind of threw himself and fell. I thought that was crazy. But when Mankind got flung off the top of the Hell in the Cell, I did not see that shit coming at all. And then when he fell through the top after the choke slam, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, this dude is dead. I sincerely thought that he died. I thought he died in that ring. I did not think whatsoever that he survived at all. If you guys are still sitting, if you have not liked this video, man, please do me a favor and like this damn video. You know what I mean? I'm spending time and energy with my folks, with you guys out here. You know, do me a favor, hit that like button real quick. But yeah, dude, Mankind getting thrown off the top of the Hell in a Cell was probably one of the craziest shits that I've seen. I thought his tube coming out of his freaking nose was crazy. That was a wild ass match, boy. That was a wild match. It was crazy. And it's wild to think, like, I see clips from like TNA now, and freaking TNA does some crazy ass shit. They do some wild shit, and it just seems so dangerous and reckless, like for no reason. It's wild, as in the point is like it's innovative, but at the same time, it just seems so freaking reckless. And I feel like somebody's going to get really hurt really bad. And I've seen a couple people. I saw this one dude break his damn leg. He fell a certain way and that shit snapped his leg. I saw that shit. That shit looked horrible. But yeah, man, anything in the chat? Anything you want to ask me, whether it's movie related, I guess wrestling related now, so we randomly talking about wrestling shit. Anything that you want to hit me with in the chat, go ahead and hit me with it in the chat, man. I'm here for it. I am here for it. I'm here with y'all tonight. We just chilling, we just talking, we just doing what we do, you know? Let's see. I mean, like I ain't really what's coming out this weekend? What's coming out this weekend? Let me see what's coming out this weekend. Let's see what's coming out in the world of movies this weekend. What's coming out this weekend? What do we want to see? I ain't gonna lie, man. This is the past 2 years actually. I have not been going to the movies at all. Actually, what came out freaking today, because today's the exorcism, the bike riders, freaking Thelma. What the hell is that? A24 is bringing back Midsummer Director's Cut. Nah, hell no, I can't do that. Inside Out 2, I know that came out last weekend. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. See, this movie by my house, this theater by my house, let me show random Indian movies. They show random Indian movies, and it's kind of wild when I see it. I'm like, what is this? Like, it looks kind of interesting. Aaron says, did you see Bad Boys yet? Nah, honestly, low key, I think I want to wait till it comes on home media. I kind of didn't want to go to the movie theaters and see that. Emma Stone has a new movie in select theaters tomorrow. What's the name of the movie? What is the name of the movie? I like Emma Stone. Emma Stone is cool. Emma Stone is cool peeps. I like her. But what's the name of the dang movie? What's her movie called? Bike Riders. This is what Dragon was telling me. I forgot, but it caught my interest. Maxine comes out on the 4th. Okay. Yeah. All right, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not want to see Maxine at first, but after watching the trailer, I'm like, I changed my mind. I completely changed my mind. I am down to see Maxine now. Let's see. Emma Stone. What's her movie? What's the name of this movie coming out real quick? Yeah, I was completely against freaking seeing Maxine, but now I'm like, I'm all for it. I'm like, you know what? I'll go see this damn movie. You caught my interest. You've done it. Let's see. List of performances. Kinds of Kindness. Is that the name of the movie? Kinds of Kindness. That is a terrible title. Kinds of Kindness. What is it about? Kinds of Kindness is described as a triptych fable, consists of 3 distinct but loosely connected stories. This sounds like a weird ass movie, but I kind of want to see it. It sounds kind of interesting though. Okay. Dog, I feel like I'm losing my voice. Yargos Lanthonus Oscar follow up. What the hell? That's the name. Is that the director? Is that the director of this movie? Yes, it is. Oscar. What the hell did he win an Oscar for? Best director, picture. Later won a Golden Globe. What did he win a fucking award for? Emma Stone's Poor Things follow up. Oh, okay. Poor Things. I feel like I've seen that shit. I don't think I liked it. Let me see. Poor Things. Or maybe I didn't watch it. I don't remember. Sometimes look, here's the thing. I love movies and I love like indie movies and I love like movies that like push the envelope. But some movies be feeling like Oscar bait. And when you watch it, it don't live up to exactly what it is that you thought it was going to be. I think Poor Things felt like Oscar bait to me. Is Poor Things any good? I watch it, but it just seemed Oscar baity. Focus on the tale of evolution of Bella Baxter, a young woman in Victorian London who has been brought back to life via brain transplant. Oh, that shit sounds crazy. All right, for sure. All right, that sounds kind of crazy. I think I gotta watch a trailer or something. I gotta see something about it. But yeah, but hit me with some comments. For the next 5 minutes, we're gonna take some comments. Any questions that you guys have in the chat, let me know. Next 5 minutes, we're gonna take some it's best to watch the trailer. Okay. I'm gonna check that out. Questions that we have. Any questions that we have for the boy? I didn't know that New Jack passed away. Yeah, New Jack died, bro. New Jack died, bro. Had like a heart attack or some shit. But I mean, I'm not surprised because he was like a freaking cokehead. I know he used to do hella drugs. And he was very open about it too. I want to listen to the whole Vlad TV interview that New Jack has, only because I know he said some wild shit. I watched a couple of clips from it, and it's just like his response to some of Vlad's questions is gold. You could tell he's just crazy, and it's wild. Like when you hear him talk about, all right, so he has this other controversy where he threw this guy off of a catwalk, and he threw him, and then the dude fell, and he almost like died because he hit like the rope. He hit the table and the rope, and then almost hit the corner of the turnbuckle. And New Jack was like, "Yeah, I tried to kill that motherfucker." And I was like, what the hell? This dude just openly admitted to like trying to murder this guy. And there's other clips too of him talking about like he was in a house show somewhere, and this dude, he stabbed some guy, and dude was like, "Hey, if you do this, like I'll drop the charges." And he was like, "Say no more." And he just did whatever it was that he said. I was like, I think he was like teach him how to wrestle or something, or wrestle with him in a match. Something stupid. It was dumb. How do you think Friday the 13th can be revived? Total reboot or legacy style? I think that the direction that A24 was going with the TV show was actually a pretty damn good idea. The problem was now we're in a point where A24 don't know what the fuck they want to do with the property anymore. I heard that they wanted to go with following his mom, but now they don't want to follow his mom. So now they're going through like a whole rewriting process, and the show's kind of up in the air. But it's crazy because I mean, I was super excited about the show. I think we should get a show. I think we should get a show, and we should follow like a young Jason and the shit that he goes through, and we should kind of start seeing the signs of him becoming a murderer, right? I think that'll be a really good idea, and if done correctly, it'll be fantastic. You know, I think that's the direction that we need to go, kind of like Joker style, but like with a kid. You get what I'm saying? I think A24 Friday the 13th, like we was getting, following a young Jason being bullied and diving into his psyche at the time. I think that is an amazing direction to go. That's just my opinion. I think that's a solid direction to go with that. I think that's the best way to do it, because if you just reboot it, it's just gonna be the same old shit. You know, it's just gonna be the same thing that all the other movies were. So it's like, what's the point of doing the same old shit that everything else is already doing? We're already doing this already. So what's the point? You might as well just go ahead and give us something different, you know? And I think the TV show is the way to go about it. Any more questions? That was a great question. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that. I don't know if I hit you with this, but bam! Hit you with that screen love. You know what I'm saying? Instead of computer love, screen love. If you have not done so already, like this video, my friends. Like this video. It ain't going to hurt you. Hit that little thumb up button. Go ahead and shoot some little hearts in the chat or whatever other little emojis they let you give you. A little celebration emoji. Something. Do something. Come on. Hit your boy with some. Show your boy some love. You know what I mean? But anyway, any more questions in the chat? Any more questions in the chat before we go ahead and wrap it up for tonight? Come on, we got 2 more minutes, and I am dedicated to stay on for 2 more minutes for you guys. Questions in the chat. Like the video while you're there. You already know the deal. We up late at night cooking. Cooking with Davey. Man, I want some breakfast. I know that's random, but like some breakfast. That sounds good. There's this place by my house, and they sell freaking concha French toast, and I've been wanting to eat that. I've been wanting to get that damn concha French toast. That shit sounds delicious. But alas, I'm afraid A24 would turn into Bew is Afraid. Hey, I will not have any Bew is Afraid slander here. I thought that was a freaking amazing movie. All right. I think it's one of the movies that deserve multiple watches, and it's a breakdown. You just gotta really watch that movie and respect the cinematography. And just the amount of attempted storytelling that they had. Just really, it felt like you were inside the mind of a man with like ridiculous social anxiety. I thought it was done really well. Is there a movie similar to Late Night with the Devil? Fuck. Is there? I don't know. That's a good question. Not. I don't think there's any movie that really grasp an era like that. The only movie that I've seen that kind of grasps another era is like Matinee, like the Italian movie. Or not, is it even Italian? I think it's like Portuguese or Armenian or some Argentinian. I think it's Argentinian. But that movie really grasps that 80s look. But Late Night with the Devil, nah, that movie is one of a kind. Amazing film. I loved it though. Anything else? Any questions in the chat? Un minuto. Who's ready for Stranger Things, the final season? Man, that show is crazy. It really got us waiting for like decades to finish the shit. They should have just filmed the shit back to back and just been done with it. I don't know why the fuck they didn't just film that show back to back. But it's all good. Any more questions before we head out for the night? Alrighty, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sign off. So it was amazing chilling and chatting with you guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the way out. Make sure if you have not done so already, obviously. Scott Walker, hey, sorry I'm a bit late. I'm just doing the shopping list. Shopping list for what? My friend, what are you shopping for today? Aren't the Stranger Things kids like 45 now? Man, dude, for real. Who you telling? The Stranger Things kids is old. They should have like really just cut it short. I was interested in the Vecna arc, but I'm like, grocery shopping. What's on the list? What you getting? What's for dinner? I know you're a fan of Big Macs. I know that much. But yeah, dude. Yeah, the Stranger Things cast is really old. I got a chance to meet Vecna. I have his freaking signed Funko Pop over there. Dude's really, really cool. But yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna sign off for you guys, man. It was amazing kicking it with you guys. It was fun. I'll try to come back here tomorrow and chill with you guys and chop it up with you guys more. But until next time, you're now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Make sure to hit that like button on the way out. It helps the algorithm keep it moving. You know what I mean? So, Mr. Scott Walker, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. And I will see you guys next time. Adios. Hey.
I want to play a game. Subscribe now. The choice is yours. You're now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop.